I've been to personality development workshop, but believe me, this is one of a kind for my 30 years in the hospitality industry. It is something that I would say that it makes sense, connecting the spiritual to being professional.
Hi! So, it's Sunday today, September 8th, and having lunch with the family. We just came from worship. Say hi to the family. So, we're flying out today to Cebu to do a training for BAI. And yeah, that's what we do. Every Sunday, usually it's a family day. Since the training is tomorrow, Monday, September 9th, and then we need to fly out early this afternoon. So yeah, it's food. Yeah. And Carlos the one taking. Hi Carlo. Pakita mo sila. Hi Carlo. We're waiting for our boarding flight, which is 1 o'clock. Later. So boarding time is 1 o'clock and it's only around 12:20. So we have few minutes to do our dessert over coffee bonding. So we're now here at Terminal 3, Eat Well, coffee shop to eat well. to eat well our lava cake and carrot. Yeah. So I'm also excited to explore more desserts and coffee in Cebu, BAI Hotel Cebu. Hi, we just arrived Cebu and we are actually 20 minutes earlier than scheduled. So here we have a very kind staff of BAI. So I'd like you to meet Mark. Yeah, so Mark pick us up on time. Actually, you were early. What time did you arrive here?
2:30.
2:30. And the good news is Mark just told us that there's no traffic because today is Sunday. So again, this is BAI Hotel. So later we're excited to arrive in their hotel and do the training program tomorrow. Finally, I just arrived here in BAI Hotel wherein we will facilitate their Executive Presence Masterclass program for 2 days, right? So I have I'm here with me Mr. Joel Espina, okay, and I'm inviting him to tell you, my followers and our viewers, to say something about BAI Hotel because at the moment as I entered the hotel, I know I'm gonna enjoy our stay here. So to at least give you some few details about the hotel, I'd like to ask Joel to do the introduction and to also invite you to visit their hotel when you are here in Cebu.
Yes, this is the biggest numbers of rooms in the entire Cebu, and one very particular unique about BAI Hotel is that this is owned by local and managed by a Cebuano, very pure Cebuano, and we've been very early in the industry. Our infancy has just very recent, and but even so, we were able to capture the local market and even international market as well.
That's good. Can you tell them more or less where we are located?
We are actually located in Mandaue City. It's economic zone in Uwano Avenue, and very near to the main city of Cebu, and also very near to airport. So for most people who would like to visit Cebu, this is the very ideal place for you to come, because it's of course very near to airport and very near to the city.
Okay. So later, maybe I'll show you the rooms and I'll show you around the hotel before we, at least somehow you get to visit through this vlog or video log the BAI Hotel, and who knows, maybe your next visit you'll be staying here already. Later, see you later. Okay, so I got my card already, 1103, so we'll find out what's inside. Definitely there's bed. There's a closet. As you can see, they are very good in the details, from the corridor to the details of the wall and the ceiling. Oh, here. Okay, so wow. Then I'll show first that. So there's okay, and nice. I have a welcome mango chocolate. And look, we look like together. I know we look like the same paleta together. Okay, so this is a very spacious room, at least a comfortable bed. And here, I have a view of the city, and wow, it's a park. Okay, so later I'll be showing you some of their amenities, and of course, maybe I will also explore the food. And I want you to also meet them, the team. Say hi! Hi! Okay, thank you! Hi, so as I have promised earlier, I'm gonna give you a tour around BAI Hotel. So this one is on the 21st floor, and we call it the one-bedroom suite. So what we have here is a very good kitchen, spacious room, lots of cabinets, and then over here is a small living room wherein you have a TV also, and I think this is a perfect room when you also wanted to invite your friends. Like, you know, you can eat here and have your stuff there, other food, and the view is also it's the city view there, city and mountain view. Because earlier I showed you my room; it's on the sea view. Okay, so this is the room. The size of the room is like the size of the regular room, I guess, no? So I think this is good for two. And you have a desk, and yeah, spacious closet as well as their CR. So probably there's also bathroom that we can show, but the cameraman is shy to show himself. That's it. So really good. Okay. Okay. Hi, Joel. Joel's here again, and again, thank you for showing us around. Can you tell us about this room, or maybe an average of the price? Is it okay?
I won't be able to tell you.
Sure, it's okay. So, I mean, tell us about this floor.
What's really beautiful about this room, because, like, for example, the sofa, you can turn this into a bed.
Ah, okay.
Like, if you have more friends with you,
I was actually thinking about this. So it's a sofa bed.
Yeah, if you have more friends with you, you can actually convert this into two bed, and it can accommodate actually two person.
And then just in case it's not enough, you can still request for an extra bed.
Yes, you can actually.
Okay, that's nice. And yeah, and they have two TVs, so somehow if you want to have a separate TV here and there, watch different shows. Okay. And what else can they do here? They cannot cook, right? But they cannot.
Yeah, we have microwave oven, and every room has its own coffee machine. So
This is what I wasn't able to show them. how about, okay, I'll just check what's inside. So all just drawers, right?
Yes, if you have your stuff with you, you can bring.
And they have their own coffee machine. So, yeah, at least you can prepare for your own coffee and at least the basic ones when you want to invite friends over. And we also have
Plus,
a bar here.
also with a mini bar. The item is actually complimentary.
Right. Oh, okay. For this room, okay. It's nice. Not bad. Really good. I'm happy to see BAI Hotel. I've been traveling around the world and so far they are already at par or maybe better because Cebu and Philippines still better. If some of you are watching from the other country or you're not from the Philippines, I highly recommend BAI Hotel. They already have a straight flight from other countries, so you can check Cebu, okay, for the airport, and then BAI Hotel for the hotel. Okay. Hi, I'm here in the area where the function rooms are for BAI Hotel, and earlier we have visited the function room, the Kandula, where the workshop tomorrow will happen. And right here on this spot is where Lapu-Lapu function room, which is their biggest function room. And before we go inside the room, I just want you to see what I've noticed the moment I entered the hotel. I've noticed a lot of nice details that is surround, from their ceiling to their chandelier, and to even the details of their handrail. I mean the door handle. So nice, right? And it gives me a lot of, I'm also a brand expert, and it gives me a message that everything here is prosperous and everything is round, it's like infinity, and the details are really being considered here and all quality, elegant, and classy. So, as you can see, when I entered the function room, you can just imagine how nice this room will be when everything is lighted. And all the details are like overlapping, circles overlapping. It makes me feel about, remember the Olympics. And not only that, look at their carpet. Everything is about circles. And how everything was being thought of for me is simply perfect. And yeah, and I think the best person to give you more details about this function room is again Sir Joel Espina. So hi Sir Joel, I'm gonna ask you, can you tell them how many can this Lapu-Lapu function room hold, or is this the biggest, or is this one of the big function rooms, so that those who are organizing their event and wants to have it out of Manila or wants to have it here in Cebu, they will have already a preview of more or less this place as their venue or function room.
Actually, the capacity depends on the type of setup you want. But normally, if you want to have a theater type, it can accommodate up to 500 to 600.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's a
But
convention
if you-
size already.
For weddings, it can accommodate at least 300 to 400.
Earlier I was telling Joel that if only I can get married again, I would be willing to fly in my guests, because this is really a very unique, well-designed, well-thought of details. All the details are good, and yeah, later I'll be showing you. Earlier we've shown you the poolside, and we'll wait until around 6 o'clock so we can also show you the roof deck. According to Joel, it's so nice to stay there, which I will talk more about later, during New Year, no? Because that's where they really have good fireworks around. The thing is, BAI Hotel is situated in a city wherein they have a good 360-degree view of the city, both the city and the sea view. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. This is one of their function rooms, which for me is really very good. 5-star. Okay, so we're here checking out their facilities. So I know BAI has a very good gym facility and other facilities for kids, but for the meantime, this is their pricing. Just in case you're not staying in the hotel, this is their pricing for the gym, and you really can show kay Robbie what he missed for the 11. Okay, so we're now actually entering the. Hi, hello. Okay, I guess this is the locker room or they're just their office. Okay, so they have a lounge also. That's the pantry. You can go inside the window. So they have a small pantry. It's okay, but you know, I think Monique you can hold it. It's women's. So yeah, for 12 years old, only children under 12 years of age, so that's divided by 4 of my age. So here, and it's really nice. Just a bit before we cut this, I just want to show the design of BAI Hotel. It's so nice because it created an atrium wherein you can see, at least there's no parang dead end or there's no window that blocks the view. So everything is atrium, as you can see from their runway to the entrance. Yeah, well designed. And I heard that the designer or the architect is from Singapore, and I really appreciate how everything is being taken into consideration, even the simple accent of their divider. Because you know, branding is very important to me. I know there's a reason why this is stainless and this is wood, but the thing is, quality is really good here. In fact, I just so appreciate, this is a simple staircase, but you can see already details from the columns there to the stairs. So, ang ganda, no? Ang ganda ng review. I'm just so, everything from style to image to architecture is here. See ya. Regardless of industry, the stationery, the logo, the facilities, the quality of the light, the quality of the carpet, sometimes are not being noticed when the service and image is not good. Got it? Hello. A bit tired? Okay, today is our first day for the Executive Presence Masterclass for BAI Hotel, and we actually just finished, and it's now 6:54 p.m. Why? The process for stage 1, which is normally half day, extended up to around 2 or even 3 or 4 o'clock, right? Because the participants are so cooperative and they were willing to do the activities, and I didn't want to cut them just because we have a limited time. So we extended from the character to, limiting belief and so on. I have emphasized today in our lesson that stage 1 is very important. That everyone should go through stage 1. When I say stage 1, that's the inspiring self part of the course, because they won't be able to effectively learn and apply the inspiring others course, which is the ABCD, if the self is not ready. So basically, that's what happened today. I'm so happy that everyone really opened their mind and heart and willing to go through the process, and no one skipped the process from the phototherapy to the giving out their criticisms. And of course, I won't be mentioning all the secret activities because you just have to find out and get us for your training. But today, I've seen a lot of realizations also from them, and some of them also embraced the truth that change is a choice and image is a choice. And now, here, can you show Monique? Yeah, we're packing up and getting ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow our topic is a bit of continuation of appearance, okay? Then body language, dining etiquette, and of course the last stage, which is inspiring legacy. So this is the room now. Kuya, what's your name?
Hi, Francis ba?
Oh, so Francis is helping us arrange the room ready for tomorrow. Yan. Okay, so bye, good night, time to rest. Ha.
Hi, good morning. I find the training yesterday it was very inspiring. The speaker is very credible, and it was fun and learning. I've learned a lot of things, especially how to make my life more productive, and not only productive but meaningful in terms of how you deal with your coworkers and your boss, and not only the boss but I have also a chance to share it with my wife, and which we have share before we sleep at night, and both of us was very blessed with regards to the trainings that I have gained from yesterday's topic, and I'm very happy, and I'm very glad to share my experience and the things that I learned to my coworkers and even to my families and friends. That's all. Thank you.
Yesterday was a very enlightening day for us. It actually helped me a lot to actually realize what are the things I need to improve in my personality, in my character, and the way I deal with people. Receiving those comments and critics from my colleagues will actually help me realize how things should be done, or what are the things I need to really improve. And personally, I feel so enlightened after all the sharing and personal sharing that I shared with the whole team yesterday. And from there, when I got home, I really had a realization that this is not me that I am projecting to everybody. I have to choose the right way and be a better person.
I actually have attended a lot of trainings in the past on personality development, but this one was different. It was really an eye-opener. There are a lot of things that I never thought I have it, but that is affecting other people. And definitely, there would be a lot of changes coming from me after this one. One would be, I need to smile more often. I need to journey with employees in their adventure here in BAI Hotel.
Well, my realization, which made me asleep very late last night is that some or most of my colleagues is really not happy about being me as hot-tempered, dealing with several operational issues, especially in our division. So because all the comments that I got on that piece of envelope is almost 80% of the comments. So I put more weight on this particular issues of my image. The rest, tolerable. They are half truth, they are half joke. And I will, although I consider them like petty things, but I will still try my best to look into those to improve my image.
Dear Tony, I am so blessed to have you as our speaker. For the past 2 days, I have learned a lot of things that I need to develop, things that I need to forget, and things that I need to carry on. You have inspired me a lot hearing your stories, and I thank God for sharing your expertise to me. I will definitely treasure all things that I've learned from you. The real me now is more stronger spiritually, and I will be more focused on reaching my goal in this company and in my life as a whole.
Dear Tony, thank you for sharing with us and trusting us with your life story. Beyond everything else for these past 2 days, your story is a source of inspiration and affirmation of the power of love and God's presence in our lives. Thank you for bringing me back to my childhood and my past. For this only validates how far I have gone from where I used to be, but still stuck in the past. Thank you for providing the opportunity to hear from my colleagues how I have affected them negatively. Thank you for making it clear to me the purpose of my life. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to know my colleagues through the different activities that we have. Thank you for opening the door to the new me. And I also would like to thank GM for bringing Miss Toni here. And I also would like to thank everyone for the backstabbing and for the heart. Yes, it was really very heavy yesterday. I was reading the heart, but then when I went home, I said, just take it and embrace it and learn from it, because I am a person who always believe that no one's perfect, and that I always tell my colleagues, or whenever I do training, that I would always tell them that no one's perfect, and we will always have something to improve. And the hearts that you sent me yesterday, definitely I'll take it here and do something about it. Thank you.
This is enlightened me on how to let go of my darkest side too. Good in the sense that you were able to deliver and impart to us what expected from us, that we could share openly our darkest side and backstab everyone. And thank you and God bless.
I've been to a personality development workshop, but believe me, this is one of a kind for my 30 years in the hospitality industry. It is something that that I would say that it makes sense, connecting the spiritual to being professional. And I hope, as what Tony said, that we should practice it every day. And not just only practice it by ourselves, but also cascade it to those people who you're working with. It is something that that is going to be treasured. I'm sure not just only me, but for sure with the colleagues. And from BAI, thank you very much.
Hi, so finally we finished our 2-day Executive Presence Masterclass, and I am very happy that I was able to point them to the real purpose and the real power, which is our God Almighty. So after this, they are actually taking their snacks now, and I asked them to write me their letter to me, and probably some of those I will share to you. And again, I feel very fulfilled and meaningful with this 2-day training with BAI Hotel in Cebu. And all glory to God for their learnings, for their realization, and for their newfound self and empowerment.